Give me just a few minutes. I'm going to change your life today. I know that's clickbait. You may think a lot of people say that at the start of their videos, but today is the day it all shifts for you. And one of the reasons I say that is because I am reading this book right here, and my camera is mirrored. So it says 10x is easier than 2x. And man, let me tell you something. This this has changed the game for me. It has changed so much about the work that I'm doing here on this channel, and it has changed so much about my entire life in general. I am at the precipice, like many of you, of a major pivot. And if you are someone who is thinking, I need to do something different, I need to finally take that step, I need to make more income in 2026 because maybe the bills are due, the bills are piling up. You have not been leveraging your time appropriately. Your 9 to 5 is maybe just not enough, or your 5 to 9 is not really doing it for you like you thought it would. So that side hustle that you may have started, it may not be driving the income that it should be. With this book, it really talks about how you can level your entire life up by focusing on the 20% of activities that bring in the most either revenue, wealth, or return. When I talk about a return, I'm talking about a return on investment of your time and your energy. So for me, one of the biggest things that for if you followed my journey, my name is DJ Richie Scott. For those of you guys that don't know, I have a news YouTube channel. Now, that's in entertainment news. And for me, one of the things that I've noticed is as of late, at the end of 2025, I was losing my voice quite a bit. And these were signs that I knew that I needed to slow down. But because I had been so consistent with my channel over the years, and I built an audience of 206,000 subscribers and some people who show up there day after day to support. I felt like I can't stop doing this even at the risk of whatever was going on with my throat. So, one of the things that I've had to come to grips with is that there is other work that I do that is actually 10 times more profitable than what I was doing with my YouTube channel. And that's not to say that I'm just going to give it all up today or just stop or disappear in my audience. No. One of the things that I realized was in taking my audience on group trips like to Bali, to Vietnam, that's coming up, and to Thailand and to Cape Town, is that I can actually have more of an impact with my audience when I take them to these places that are around the world, even more so than I have with them when I show up on a day to day basis to talk about reality TV. I can definitely touch them or show up in their homes on their TV screens or on their phones every day, but I cannot really get them to that point of transformation like I can if I can take them around the world. So, what does that mean for you? What do you get out of this video with that? That told me that my time is definitely valued differently. The ROI is very, very, very different. I mean, it is at a completely different level in terms of not only pay, but just mental, physical, spiritual satisfaction. It's literally 10x. So when I was reading this book, 10x is easier than 2x, I realized that it was so much easier for me to take people on worldwide adventures than it is for me to just show up and exhaust myself every day on YouTube trying to scour their web for, news and entertainment. And again, that's not to say that I'll just quit that. What it does mean is that I'm going to focus more of my efforts on my travel business than anything else. How does that apply to you today? Well, one of the things that I want you to understand is that you should be getting paid for the things that you post online. I know that a lot of you have been maybe thinking, I want to do something. I don't know where to start. I've been thinking about this. I've been seeing you talk about it, but I don't know how to apply it to myself. Well, all of that is going to change today because I am going to make it extremely possible for you to have access to me and the strategies that I can help you with in a fashion that may be a bit more accessible for a lot of you. What we're going to do is on next Tuesday, March the 3rd at 7 p.m., we are going to do a how to get paid to post webinar. That is going to be me and a small group of creators who are looking to level up in this space. If you are someone who is looking to monetize your content, to make money with your content, to get paid for what you're saying online, then I want to work with you specifically. The goal is we keep this at a small group so that we can really get down to the nitty gritty on how you guys can actually start getting paid for what you post. That way, you can start 10xing your output and maybe minimizing some of the other things that you're doing in your day to day life that just aren't bringing you in any revenue. In 2026, it's all going to be about content. I am here to tell you whether it's live selling, providing links, we'll talk about all of that. But here's the thing, so many people will try to tell you that there is one specific way for you to do this. What I've learned is that's not true either. That is absolutely not true. What works for one person may not work for another because it's just really going to depend on your personality. It's going to depend on your interests. It's going to depend on your time. And so we need to figure out a strategy that is going to work specifically for you and your body, your mind, your rhythm, because all of those things have to be in tune. Listen, I wasn't listening to my body. So, what everybody else was doing in the space in terms of delivering news and up to the minute updates on this, that, or the third, I shouldn't have been doing that because my body was telling me to do something else. So, I want to work with you to help you figure out what's going to work for you. So, what are you going to do next? You're going to click the link in the description of this video. You're going to hop into that webinar on Tuesday with your notepad ready to go. I want to work with people who are ready to implement, who are super excited about what it is that they can do, and who understand the power of their minds, their rhythms, so that they can actually choose a path for them that really works. Because I'm not really about hustle anymore. That's not going to get us to where we need to be. It's all about strategy. That is the thing that has been the most helpful to me as I've been maneuvering through this journey. And I've been in this space since 2019. So trust and believe, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I've been able to help other people do a lot as well. So if that is you, and for those of you guys who have not noticed, I am in a new setup. I am currently traveling. More about that very, very soon. But if this is for you and you will feel it deep within your spirit, you already know, then tap in. I will be capping this off at a certain number of people because I don't want this to be so massive that we can't control who we can help. And I really want to be able to talk to some of you individually. And if you've tapped into any of my previous lives, you know that I will give you the sauce. Okay. Just check out the 3 hour long live that I did giving all the gems. I broke down what people could be doing individually to help them monetize their content. That's the goal. That is step one in our level up. Okay. So, with that being said, I'll see you on Tuesday.